One beginner mistake you may struggle with is not looking for escape squares for your pieces. Let's look at this position. About this bishop here, if you don't take or play another move, it is very easy to trap this bishop here. So definitely take this, or you could do maybe another move like here and then just gets out of the danger. It's just a kind of a pattern. When you have a bishop in this area, especially when pinning a knight, it's always good to keep an eye at like how many squares you can go back to make sure there's enough room. When you do get trapped though, it is always the best to gobble up as much enemy material as possible before your enemy eventually gobbles you up. So in this particular situation, right here, the best move would be to take. Like I said, you get 2 pawns with 1 bishop, so that's the exchange. Now, while a bishop trap is the most common, it is not to say that a knight cannot be trapped. For example, in this position, what black really should have played is a move like knight to this square or this square, or even this square. However, in this particular example, our opponent plays his knight here, which allows white to eventually trap the knight and capture it. So we start with this move, and black is very smart. He realizes that if he can exchange a knight for a rook, it's a win for him. But then when white lines up the rooks, and now this rook is protected, this knight needs to find another place to go to. So the only square for the knight to go is here. He cannot go here because he'll be captured. He cannot go here, it's also gonna be captured, and his own pawn is blocking this square. So as we can see, black is also smart enough to offer a trade, but you know, the knight is still trapped no matter what. Now you may realize that in this position, white actually made a blunder. That is because in some cases black can play a move that blocks the white rook, in this case, from escaping. Now for example, he would like to sacrifice this knight right here, and he can actually manage to exchange a knight for a rook in this specific case. It is kind of hard to find a move like this, but in this case this is surprisingly a very great move. Now the most important piece in chess is of course the king, so you should always try to protect the king and make sure the king has enough squares to escape to, if and when it is necessary for the king to escape. So we'll go back to the first position. The reason why I wouldn't recommend putting your rook here is that when this pawn is attacked, the king will not have a place to escape, because if like the king can only escape this way, but if I have, let's say, 2 rooks here and I go straight down here, there's no way for the king to escape. In this position, if it's white's move, white needs to count how many squares the king can escape to, and he can actually escape just in time to avoid checkmate. However, if it's black's move and black just goes straight down, then it is checkmate. White does not have enough moves to escape. So when your king is in threat, you should always keep an eye and counter squares. Now that you are somewhat familiar with this idea, it's still important to know that even pro chess players will make this kind of a mistake. And the best way to learn from these mistakes is always to run a computer analysis, preferably on Lichess. So yeah guys, I hope you get better and better at chess. Also, if you could help with the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, I have the link in the description below. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.